Welcome to Grower Planted. This is Donna. So guess what? I'm gonna start some seeds today for the fall. And to be honest, this is my first official time doing it this way. So we're gonna be learning together. I typically like to direct sow my seeds in the fall time. Actually, way before fall. I usually do it around this time, August. And today's August 1. I wanted to do it differently because I want to have a more successful crop, and I want to be able to learn how to start seeds as well, and like for my brassicas, my cruciferous vegetables, and that way I can have a better harvest instead of just winging it, right? So that's what I'm doing this morning. So as you can see, well, let me take a sip. A girl likes tea, so I'm drinking me some tea this morning. As you can see, I have my Bootstrap Farmer trays. I'm so excited, you guys. They came, and I love all the colors. I'm a color girl, so I love colors. And if you've been following me here, you know I needed to get my seeds right. Look at your girl. She got her seeds right, y'all. And don't y'all notice that the colors match? Isn't that cool? Oh, they all match together. And this is the template that I'm going to follow for today of how many of what I'm going to do. And I may adjust it because of my garden space. So what I'm going to do in my garden beds is I'm going to do a square foot gardening method for the most part. And so it just depends on what space I actually have available when it's time to put these out. And because in my raised bed too has bell peppers in it, and honestly I'm not going to take those out until they just stop producing, right? So I'm going to have to plant around them, and then when they stop producing I'll take them out and then put something in their space. That also goes for the raised bed garden as well. And who knows, if need more space, I may have to have more space because your girl will add some space, trust me. But before we even get started doing this side of it, and this is a bag that has my labels in it that are already, some of them are already pre-done, so I didn't want to throw them away. I can still use them. So instead of writing new ones, so that's what I'm going to do out of that. But before we even get started with that, let me bring you guys over here and show you. You see my bucket right here that has my soil in it. It's BMX. I can show you. It's the y'all see that? The BX. I'm sorry, not BMX, but BX Pro Mix. I get that from one of our local farmers markets here, and I love it. I like it. I really like it. So it's very fine, and bring out a little closer so y'all can see. And what I'm doing right now is I'm actually putting some rainwater that I've caught on it. So yeah, I be catching rainwater and all kind of things. So I'm just gonna pour this rainwater in here to get it, moistened. And I want it all to look like this. See how that clumps together, but it doesn't. There's no. I can squeeze it and ain't nothing coming out. That's what I want to do. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna do that actually off camera because it may take a few minutes, and then I'll come back to you guys, okay? Okay, y'all, I'm back. So I went ahead and moistened the soil, and I found a whole bag of some earthworm castings that I bought maybe a year or two ago. Just gonna throw it on in there. I don't know if it's gonna do anything or not, if it's too old or not, but we're gonna throw it in there. So we're just gonna mix it in, a little bit in there. Well, it's my first time really doing it like this, so I'm not gonna add a whole bunch of stuff to it. I don't have no extra perlite to add to it. I've noticed some people do that. This is real nice and fluffy already, so I think it'll be okay. We're gonna figure it out together. Put my little shovel in there, y'all. This bucket is so deep, I decided to do to wet the top portion and mix it up, and I'll do a little bit at a time instead of trying to do the whole bucket, because it's such a deep bucket that it just would have been too difficult to do that. You know what I realized too? Are you guys hearing me okay? I may have to start this over. I'm gonna put y'all on pause to get my Bluetooth, because I'm not sure if you're hearing me when I'm not near the phone. So hold just a minute, okay? Is that better, you guys? I hope so. I hope I have not been talking and you've been wondering, what is she saying? And I hope I didn't sound too muffled. So got the earpiece in now, you guys. Hopefully that's way better. You know, we're gonna get it right. Trust me, we're gonna get it. We're gonna figure this thing out. So what we're about to do now is I'm gonna grab up these little trays out of here, and I'm just gonna start filling them with soil. That's it. And I got my little stool here that I'll be sitting on, make it a little bit easier. So, stick the little tray down in there. And I've seen other people, when they stick the tray down in there, they mush the soil down in there like that. Because it's so fluffy and light, it'll just kind of hang out at the top. I'm going to do that actually over here so I'm not getting soil everywhere. And then I'll just rake the excess off the top. Tray number 1 of 76. Oh, no. It's supposed to be 60, but I don't think I'm doing all 60 of them. So, that's what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm not going to have y'all sit here and watch me do this the whole time. Maybe we'll do one more together. And then I'm going to, I'm putting it on there, smoothing it out, and I'm pushing it down. Just like so. There's a piece in there that's too big, or something that's like a little stick or something. I just took it out. So that's what I'm about to do. So let me fill up my trays, and then I'll come back to you, and then we'll sew these seeds together, and you can see what I have planned for the fall. Hey y'all, I'm back. So look, I thought I'd do the last tray with you guys. So here we go. So what I'm doing is I just stick it down in there, smooth it over at the top like that. Use my thumbs to push it down to give the seedlings a nice firm base, so the soil doesn't, let me show you why, because it has the little holes at the bottom. So to smush it down so that the soil has a good compact base on it, right? And I really love these trays because I've been looking at other gardeners like myself. I got distracted by that little bee that's flying around over here. I have beans in these planters up here, and I just love seeing them over here just pollinating. Anyway, so because this allows the roots to have some good air circulation in there and for growth. So yep, so here we go. And I do that, and then I just do it once over like this, and that's it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm scooping it down in there, going like that, so that I can kind of push them down in there. And I'm doing a once over like that, and then stick it in there. So since this was the last one, I thought we'd do this one together. At least I think it's the last one. And you know, if I have too many seedlings and whatnot, I figured I will, because I want to share what I have anyway with my neighbors and family and friends. So, y'all saw me throw those up. Oh Lord, we're making a mess. That's okay. We outside, so we can make a mess outside. Stuff like this, I toss it over my desk. Twigs and sticks and stuff like that. They don't need to be in here. There we go. So actually, there's going a lot faster than I thought. That's why I was like, well, I might as well show them what I'm doing and bring them along. Because it's not as time consuming as I thought it was going to be. Like, literally, I'm thinking it took maybe to do those other 3, maybe 10 minutes. Could have been less. Because I did get up and stuff like that to get rid of something. Maybe I didn't. I'm trying to think. I don't know. It didn't take that long though. Being mindful if I see twigs or anything in here. And I may have too much soil in here. I don't know. I'm figuring it out. Because I'm thinking when I put the seeds in, well, you just got to make a little divot for the seeds. So yeah, no, we good. We should be good. Guys, look, I'm almost done with this one, so I don't even think it took 10 minutes. That's why I was like, I'm gonna bring them along. Is everybody doing good? Hope you're having a wonderful day. When are you gonna start in your farm garden? Are you gardening? Are most of you guys that watch me, do you garden? And if you do garden, put in the chat, in the comments. Put in the comments what you plan on having for your farm garden. What you're planning. And also, what zone are you from? I'm in zone 8A here in Georgia. What do you have in your garden? What do you have in your garden currently, and what do you want to plant in the fall or start for the fall? Or do you just like to come here and just learn? For a long time, I would learn and experiment, I like to say. And the more I did it, I realized the better I got at it, right? The only thing is, I was like, I really want to learn how to start seeds so that I could have a better crop, so that I can share more, to be honest with you. I had enough crop for myself, but I'm like, okay, Donna, if you do this better, if you learn how to do it better, you'll be able to have more to give. And so that's what I'm working on. I'm working on maximizing the space that I have and the time that I have. Because one thing I realized with my summer garden, once the zucchinis had puttered out, if you will, I didn't have the next rotation ready right away. And I didn't have enough ready. So I had a gap in space. Like, I have a bed down there that really don't have anything in it. And I thought to myself, yeah, you got to do better. You got to do better, because the time is still here. Something could still be growing in that bed. But because I didn't start seeds, I didn't start seeds and have enough to be able to put out, that bed is empty right now. And so I'm like, so that's a long gap between now and putting something in it. So I actually may, and the reason I don't like direct sowing anything in there anymore is because I have a roly-poly issue. And I realized, like, when I would direct sow my beans, they would eat the seedlings, like, right away. I'd come out, see that the beans are sprouting, see that I have some beans. Next thing I know, they're gone. And so I was like, yeah, that's not going to work. So that's why starting seeds would be good too. That's another thing that drove me to want to get the seeds started, is because I'm like, okay, if I start my seeds, I can transplant out a bigger plant that they're not munching away when it comes up and it's soft and tender. It can't, because they don't mess with the bigger plants. They always eat the soft, tender, juicy plants. So yeah, so that's another reason I was like, I got to learn to do this a different way. That's gonna work with the environment that I have right now in the garden. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna go to some of the local farmers markets to see if they have any maybe some bell pepper plants, that with the smaller peppers though. I'm not trying to worry about getting the big peppers right now, that I can maybe purchase from them, and things like that. So I don't know. I'm gonna check around and see who has what. I'm not buying anything from the big box stores, because right now they don't have anything on sale, and I refuse to pay the amount that they want you to pay for their stuff, because I just want to be able to have something growing in that spot, because I feel like it's wasting time sitting there with nothing in it growing when we have so many days available for stuff to be growing in it. So yeah, so that's my challenge with that. But if I don't, I'm okay too. So it is what it is. You know, you live, you learn, and you do better. So that's where we at. Anyways, let's get to sowing some of these seeds so you guys can see what I have planned for the fall. Okay, family, back. So I know I showed you a little earlier. So this is the plan. Can y'all see that? You see I have at the top the ones that I'm going to start indoors. And then here are direct sow seeds. And I have the days that it takes for them to germinate, just so I can kind of have an idea how long it takes them to germinate. And then I have, of course, what I want to direct sow here, and then when I'm going to direct sow it, right? And then on this other side, on the top here, I have the same thing, days it takes. So this is what I'm doing today, starting indoors. All this, and these let me know how many I want of each, and that's how many little seed trays I want of each. So 6 seed trays of the collard greens, but there's 3 types of collard greens, so I'm gonna do 2 of each type. That's how I broke it down. We're gonna see. So, oh my gosh, y'all, this is so pretty. Okay, so the way I set this up too, just in case you wanted to know, is the spring, all my spring is down here. I got spring section here, so that's this section. That lets me know this is the spring section because I got the spring. And the fall is up here, so I know that this section up here is the fall section. And then what I did was I wrote on it, you know, I kept it kind of simple. I put things that were alike together. So the green beans, and honestly that should just say beans because it's not just green beans. It's all beans, all beans that bush. Because then I have pole beans and peas up here because they viney beans, right? So I put them together. Cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers. I didn't split my peppers up into 2 different sections of hot or sweet, but I did put a little clip on them inside, a little binder clip, little tiny binder clip on them to separate the hot and sweet. So that's how I did it. And you'll see, well, I guess you won't see because I'm not doing no peppers today, but I'm telling you that's what I'm doing. And okra, melons, and that's all melons. So that's watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew, they're in there. Squash. Squash I did separate from the zucchini because I have a lot of zucchini and a lot of squash, so they need to be separated. Brassicas, so that would be, and this is the section I'll be working on today, is that upper section. So the brassicas include stuff like broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower. I think I'm telling y'all right. Let's take a look. I feel like I'm getting myself confused right now. Oops. So that's the ones I'm gonna start today. Yeah. Oh no, collards. The collards. So the crucifix is the carrots, cauliflower, the broccolis. Anyway, let's start with this one. So this is the crucifix, the brassicas, and this is the collards, the Swiss chard, and my mustard greens. And I just threw celery in here, y'all. It don't really belong in there, I don't think, but she ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't nowhere to put her. You know, I could put her maybe with the, no, we're gonna keep her in there. So that's the first one I'm gonna start, and that's the one I'm gonna put here. And then let's say with the cruciferous vegetables, that's the cabbage, the broccoli, the cauliflower, the Brussels sprouts. Do I have that correct? I'm gonna have to look and see now. I feel like I got that backwards. Anyways, let me make sure I'm telling y'all right. Hold just a second. Hey y'all, I'm back. I did not realize that if I went to go research something that my video would stop. So here I am starting it back over. So welcome back to Grow Where Planted. I was looking up about brassicas and cruciferous vegetables, and they one and the same, y'all. Okay, so I got my own self confused on that. So the ones I'm gonna start today are the cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, like just brassicas and cruciferous. are the same. Okay. Kale. So that's so the first thing I'm going to actually start with is the cabbage, collard greens, because I know I'm going to be sharing a lot of collard greens with people. So I think this is one that has the collard greens in it. It has the Swiss chard and the collard greens in it. So I'm going to put you guys back on the stand because I was trying to figure out what was going on with my phone. And we'll go ahead and get to sowing these seeds, okay? And I'm going to race against time to tell y'all the truth because it already rained this morning before I got up. And I looked at the forecast and it's going to rain some more today, like starting around 11 or ish. And that's what they're predicting. It could start at any time because of the sky. The sky saying it could start at any time. So I am going to put y'all on pause so I can get you back on the stand, and then we're going to get these seeds sowed, okay? All right, I'm back. I don't know why I got myself so confused about brassicas and cruciferous vegetables. I don't know what happened. So what I'm going to change on my thing, though, is because I do have it listed as cruciferous. I'm going to change that to what's in here. Basically, I'm going to just say, like, the main thing, collards. Because I know if I got collards in there, I know I'm going to have Swiss chard in here as well. And then for, like this one I already have listed as kale. That's a cruciferous vegetable. Or when this is, I have listed as brassica. But I'm going to put in here cabbage / broccoli. Because then I'll know that that's what I have. Anyway, y'all. Or I just may leave it like that because it's just letting me know that it's all those types of vegetables in there. So, yeah. Anywho, cheers. Let's get started. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys. So I do have these labels. I've had these for a while. And I'm pretty sure I got these off of Amazon. But it was $300 in here. But I'm not going to touch these yet because let me show you the other thing I want to show you before we get started. Because I do want to label where I'm putting stuff as well. The other thing that I have a garden marker. And this is what, when you hear people talking about a garden marker, this is just one that I happened to find on Amazon some time ago. Not sure if it's going to make it. So if it doesn't make it, which I haven't tested this wax marker out yet. But if it doesn't make it and I need to make a new marker, I'm going to try this wax. It's not a marker. This wax pencil. I don't know if y'all remember these pencils from back in the day. You used to see them. You pull the string and it reveals more of the pencil to be able to use. But that's what I have. Just in case that doesn't make it. So we're going to see. But what I have in here are just a bunch of labels that I've created over time. And I'm like, I'm going to reuse these labels. So for the ones that I actually have the right thing on it, I'll use them. And for the ones that I don't have the right information on it, I will actually go ahead and make a new label. So I'm actually going to put you guys on pause for a minute and look through here and see which ones that I have that may have collard greens on it. And then, or collard greens, kale, everything that I'm doing, and then I'll pick those out. You don't have to sit here and watch me do that. Just a minute.